Well, really with the concepts of the album and everything else, it's generally more Emily's sort of domain. We leave that to her, being the seamstress of the lyrics. And so we don't, as much as we do have input into what the general feel of a song is or the subject matter, generally she's right 9 times out of 10 has the feel that matches the tempo and pace of the song, the keying and everything else, so we leave that with her.
Ross or Tim will come up with some kind of riffage, and they'll send me over some files with some musical ideas, and then I will basically just start to find inspiration from them. And then usually what happens is Ross will send me an email which will really wind me up, and I'll get really, really angry and furious, and then I'll sit down and go, right, okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to write the best song in the world. So that's usually how it works. I write the vocal melodies, which are quite important in PYTHIA, because often we have very sort of stacked up choral kind of vocals, which I think because of my work in the Medieval Babes, vocal harmonies are very important to me. And I like that sound of a kind of epic, 6-part harmony. I think my biggest influence is actually just sitting down with a glass of red wine and trying to commune with the muse, do you know what I mean? I always feel like when I'm writing songs, or at least when I'm writing really good songs, there's a kind of channeling process, which came down to the whole idea of the name PYTHIA. The PYTHIA being the sort of channel of the serpent goddess, and that's why I liked the name. And I related to it because I think I feel that when I'm writing music, I'm sort of channeling, and really life experience. I try and write from my heart and how I'm feeling about things at the time. And often I'm quite motivated by anger. I think that's why Ross winds me up so much. Do you know what I mean? For the Serpent's Curse, I actually wrote those songs about 2 years ago now, and I was in quite a dark place at the time actually, and things have changed a lot since then. And I think one of the things that's really interesting about writing an album is it very much marks a period of time in your life and what was going on. So I can look back at that album and sort of go, well actually that was where I was then, but this is where I am now, I think there's a natural struggle between the idea of creation and the idea of Darwinism, those themes run quite strongly in this album. And then we really we just travel through this kind of whole idea of love and destruction and death and evolution, and then really the last song, which is called Our Forgotten Land, which is again a little bit those ideas that, heavy metal has left the shores of Britain and gone to Europe, And I think we leave the album we leave you hanging a little bit, I think, ready for the next one.